Hello everyone. So let us understood what do you mean by the filter. Okay. So after rectifier, let us understood what do you mean by the filter. So filter is nothing but is an electronic device which converts a pulsating DC voltage into a pure DC voltage. Okay. Now the types of the filter are a C-type filter, L-type filter, and CLC type filter. What do you mean by C? C is nothing but a capacitor. And what do you mean by the L? L is nothing but the inductor. Okay. So let us understood what do you mean by these types of filter. Okay. The first one is C-type filter. Okay. So basically what happens? Filter is nothing but it is used after the rectifier. Okay. Because rectifier converts the AC into pulsating DC, and filter converts that pulsating DC into the pure DC. Okay. So here you can see the capacitor is connected in the parallel with RL. Okay. So you can connect capacitor to any of the rectifier, that is half wave, standard type, bridge, wherever you can want. But the what you have to keep in mind, you have to connect capacitor always parallel to the RL. Okay. Now let us see how it works. So capacitor basically have a property to store the voltage, right? It stores the voltage, and what will happen when the circuit needed the voltage, it will supply it. Okay, so that means it opposes the change in voltage. But here what we have to understood, that capacitor charge and capacitor discharge, right? When the capacitor charge, when it will get a voltage, and when it will get a discharge, when it will not get the voltage. Similarly like a mobile, right? When you connect it to the charge, when you connect it to the supply, the charger is connected to your phone, and when the charger is connected to the supply, your phone getting charged. And when you remove the when you remove the supply, your phone is getting discharged, but it getting discharged slowly, right? So the same working here. Let for that working we have to understood that that below diagram. Okay, so that dotted line is nothing but the output of the rectifier, and that dark line I am talking about the output voltage, right? Okay, that is below, and that dark line is representing the filter output. Okay, so what will happen? Suppose the capacity charge on the capacitor is 0. Okay, so what will happen when it will getting the output of the rectifier, that is it is getting the filter out rectifier output voltage, it will start charging, right? And it will charge to the point A, right? See, you can see that it will charge to the point A, and what will happen after that point? Here, that is here, right? And what will after that point? After that point, that dotted line, you can see here, this dotted line, okay, it is getting towards the 0. So it means the power is supply is off. So what will happen? Just like a mobile, that capacitor will start discharging slowly, right? And it is discharging, and what happen at point B? At point B, it is again getting voltage. So it will again charge to the point C, but at point C, again your rectifier output voltage will start going to decrease. That is, and it will ultimately go to 0. That means again your capacitor will start discharging slowly, and it will again meet to the point D, and in this way your capacitor will charge and discharge, and but slowly, right? So we are, so that ripple we are getting, we are removing that ripple, right? So this is how the C-type filter work. Okay, so just once we will read, we will understood it fully. The initial voltage on a capacitor is assumed to be 0, right? Initially the capacitor starts charging through D1, right? Because you can see it is a rectifier, right? So in the positive half cycle, it will we will get the current through D1. That is why it is written that at a point A, sorry, it will start charging through D1 through the point A, and at the point A the rectifier output reaches maximum level, right? You can see here at point A it will reaches the maximum level. After point A it start reduce, and this will reverse the bias of the diode D1. The capacitor will start to discharge slowly till the point B, right? You can see it getting discharged slowly to the point B. point B is receiver voltage is equal to the voltage on the capacitor. Sorry, receiver rectifier voltage is equal to the voltage on the capacitor. Hence the capacitor start charging again through the diode D2 till the point C. Okay, in this way the cycle will repeat. So this is how we will get the output of the filter. That is dark line. Okay, so this is all about the C-type filter. Let us see what is do you mean by L-type filter. Okay, so L-type filter is very simple. Just the only difference what we have to do is we have to connect inductors in series with the RL. Okay, the only difference is that we have connected the capacitor in the parallel, but in the L-type filter, that is inductor, we have to connect it in the series. Okay, now what is the property of the inductor? It always opposes the change in the current, right? So whenever the current will start decreasing, inductor will increase the current, and whenever the current will start increasing, it will decrease the current, right? Basically, just like a capacitor, it is also stores the charge, but in the form of the current. You can see here the diode D1 and D2 conduct alternately in the positive and negative half cycle, right? Due to the inductor aligns the series with the load, right? You can see RL, right? RL is in series with the inductor L. The current ripple reduces to a great extent and the load current becomes smooth. Okay. Higher the value of the inductor is, lower will be the peak to peak ripple in the load current waveform. Okay, so if you want the smooth waveform, you have to connect the higher value of the inductor, because if the inductor is of the higher value, it will store the more current and it will opposes that much change in the current, right? So you can see the dark line, that dark line represent the rectifier output and the dotted line represent the the dark line is represent the filter output and the dotted line represent the rectifier output. Okay, so you can see whenever the current is increasing, okay, whenever the current is increasing, let's see here, the current is increasing, hence the rectifier output is decreasing. When the rectified output is decreasing, this filter current is increasing, right? So this is how it works. Now let us do next one, that is CLC filter. Okay, so what happened? We know that C is always connected to the parallel and L is connected to the L is connected in series, right? So here CLC, so 2 times C, 1 time L. So first C1, then L, then again C2, right? You can see the diagram. Okay, so the combination of these three makes the CLC filter. So basically C and L have one more property. C, that is capacitor. Capacitor blocks DC voltage and allow the AC voltage, right? Capacitor blocks DC and allow the AC. Similarly, inductor allow the DC but it blocks the AC. Okay. So vice versa. What does capacitor do? Capacitor block the DC, but inductor allow the DC. But capacitor pass the AC and inductor blocks the AC. Okay. So let us see. In the CLC filter, C1 blocks the DC output from the rectifier and pass the AC current, right? Because we know that DC is blocked by AC. Sorry, DC is blocked by capacitor. Due to the inductor L, the current ripple reduces to a great extent. How? Because it blocks the AC component and passes the DC voltage to C2. Right, the output across the C2 will be the DC component, as AC component is blocked by the capacitor C2. Hence the load will get the pure DC supply. So basically what happens here we are getting the filter 3 times. Okay, one by C, then L, then again by C. So you can see how its waveform, how its output. Again the dotted line represents the rectified output and the dark line represents the output of the filter. Okay, so this is the filter working of the CLC filter. Okay, so this is not included in the syllabus, but just for your understanding, let us see what do you mean by the regulated DC power supply. So what does the so it is a system which converts AC into the pure DC, okay, constant DC supply. So let us see what is it. First we connect transformer. What transformer do? Transformer decrease the voltage because AC is 230 voltage, right? And the DC which we need for the rectifier, which we need for the diode, transistor, BJTs, okay, that should be only 0 to 30 volt, right? So what transformer will do? Transformer will step down that voltage from 230 to 30 volt, or 40 volt or 50 volt, maybe it will decrease that voltage, okay. Then we connect the rectifier. You can see the second block diagram, second block, right? That is a rectifier. So that reduced voltage is still in the AC, but it is reduced, right? So what will rectifier do? Rectifier will convert that voltage into the pulsating DC, right? You can see that diagram. You can see the diagram, pulsating DC. Here it is the AC. And that pulsating DC is converted into pure DC by this filter. Okay, you can see this pure DC. Okay, so and but in the pure DC also we are getting the small ripple, and that can be converted into smooth constant current by the regulator. Okay, so what will the regulator will do? Regulator will convert that voltage into a smooth voltage in the in the form which we can use. Okay, so basically if we want to increase or decrease the current, we use the regulator. Okay, and that regulator is again connected to a load. Load is nothing but anything, right? For example, your diode is also one type of a load which is connected to the DC power supply. Okay, so how it is goes? First we use a transformer which decrease the voltage, then rectifier which convert that decreased voltage into pulsating DC, then filter, that filter convert the pulsating DC into pure DC, then we use the regulator which convert that pure DC into a constant DC supply, and then it is connected to a load. Okay, so this is the block diagram for the regulated DC power supply. Okay guys, thank you. With this we completed this chapter. If you have any doubt, we will solve that doubt in the live session. Thank you very much.